right, welcome to Shooting the Shit with Rhonda and T. Tonight we are reviewing the SWV and Escape show. I don't know, Queens or something. I don't know.
Queens of R&B. Are they really though the Queens of R&B? I don't think of them as the Queens of R&B.
Is that what the name of it is? They the Queens of R&B?
That's what they said.
Okay.
I'm not going to put my mouth on. I'm not going to put my mouth on it.
Before we start, D, what you gonna tell them?
Smack that thumb the button.
I'm finna start. All right. So, really? Baby. Tasha met up with Tasha in Nashville. They're at the African American Music Museum.
I heard that's really dope. I want to go.
So
we might stop there on the way back from Michigan.
Okay, going to Nashville.
Yeah.
I'm trying to go to I'm trying to go down to Tennessee to the mountains. You know what I'm talking about?
Which mountains? Gatlinburg?
There you go. That's the one.
Yeah.
That's where I want to go. We should all be up there.
Well, my son is moving to the mountains, so I might have to pass up Tennessee and do North Carolina.
He's moving to North Carolina. Yeah, we can do that too. Okay. So they're walking around, they're looking at different photos and displays, and then they come across Destiny Child. And then Taj told a story where Destiny Child was actually super fans of SWV. And when SWV will be in Houston, they will find out where their hotel was at, and then they'll wait for them in the lobby, and then they would take them around with them,
That's old school way of meeting your
Yeah, but you remember that, don't you? You being in the other hotels. Yeah. So that was cute. Then they came across Escape picture. And honestly, y'all, I think that picture pissed Tasha off. Okay.
They did that on purpose.
But they had no control of that's the picture.
Listen, I feel like Tasha, we all have pictures out that we don't like, though. Come on.
Child, you could tell it made her mad. You can see it all in her face. She was like, like that's the one y'all chose.
Well, which one were they going to choose? That's what you look like back then. You didn't look like how you look now, but you were a teenager.
We all dressed like boys back then.
Right.
Yeah. So Taj sit down and it's like, so what's going on? Because it's clear something was wrong between you and your sister. And she said, well, my sister body shamed me. And because I got the smallest booty in the group. And she said, I know this fight ain't over no little booties.
And can we stop calling her a small booty? Like, it's not a big, enormous fake booty, but it's definitely not a small booty.
She wasn't feeling no kind of way about her saying that. That's, you a lie anyway. Quit using that. Because
that's what,
you're throwing them trigger words.
What took you over the edge.
Yeah, she body shamed me. Quit trying to throw trigger words because that wasn't what it was. And she's like, well,
that's how Taj was looking too, like,
right. Then she was like, well, since that didn't work, she didn't get the sympathy she wanted with that one. She was like, well, that's not it. Something happened between her and our mom. And Tosh was like, I mean, but it seems like something else was going on. She was like, oh, excuse me. She was like, nope, that's it. It's like she didn't want her to bring up that money. She didn't want that to come out. She's like, no. So she changed the subject. And she talked about, she had a meeting today with for a record deal. So Tosh was like, so you plan on leaving the group? Like, what is we talking about?
Taj, there is no group. The group is done. There hasn't been a group for a long time.
Right. So Coco, we see her. She meeting with some friends. She says she prefer real people. She ain't with that Hollywood stuff. So when she at home, she with her real people.
Her friends.
Appreciate it. They talk about the 30th anniversary of SWV. And Coco, like, I mean, that's cute because boy was like, y'all trending. She was like, that's cute. I mean, the shows was good. I do what I do, and then I go home. It's a job to her at this point. And then she says, she let us know that in 2019, she was diagnosed with bipolar depression. And she has manic episodes. 1 minute she's depressed, next minute she's happy. She said she knew she needed help when she was thinking about taking somebody out the game. Okay. So she went and got her medication. Do that surprise y'all? Because it don't surprise me. Because we watched that last show and it really
didn't surprise me at all. What's crazy
like that?
Tasha, maybe you need some medication, because if you could bring Coco off the edge of taking somebody out the game, surely, well, I mean,
that ain't Tasha.
I don't want it. At this point, I don't want it. It's stupid.
Yeah.
I feel like I would go see it. Honestly, if I was choosing between seeing Xscape and SWV, for me, it would be SWV anyway. You know what I mean? And I'm quite sure Xscape has just as many fans.
Yeah, because we talked about that. Because I was more Xscape than SWV.
And that makes sense. That makes sense because they're younger.
The era.
Right. But I like them both. So to see them together would have been, I don't know why.
Perfect. Like, would have been a good concert.
You going to work. I don't know what y'all be making.
That's what she's saying. I'm like, I go to work and come home.
How would we, any of us, get through the day if we took our family issues to work?
Child.
Nobody would be at work.
Well, she's sitting up there kicking it with her friends, and her one little friend was like, y'all ain't young, so y'all got to get together pretty much. And she wanted to let her know, honey, this punani still get wet, like, it's 21.
Okay.
I was like, okay, go. Okay. Tamika mom come over to her house to have a talk. Tamika done set it off, made her mom her favorite meal. So she was trying to make it right.
TV, seriously. I don't know.
So mom comes in, she sit down, and she's like, so what's going on between you, me, and Tasha? And she was like, you be showing favoritism.
You want me, the victim, to explain to you, the person that, did the thing to me.
So she
explain to you what's going on.
She said, you show her favoritism. She was like, in what way? She was like, you allow her to express herself. And immediately she cut her off. I allow her to express herself because she don't talk to me disrespectful. I was like, can she get the sentence out? You didn't even let her finish saying
what her feelings are.
No. And then that's
the thing, like perception is truth to the person that's saying it. So you have to take it out of your perception and see where this person is coming from. You're the parent. You, at the end of the day, you shouldn't be like, the focus should be, I don't want you to feel like I have a favorite. So let me at least hear
why
you feel like that.
And then take that and digest that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you might not even notice it. But you're
doing.
Right. But no, that's not what happened. So they showed a flashback of the previous, well, it wasn't a flashback. We didn't see it. It was a scene in the last argument where Tamika was telling her mom that, Mom, you are not the fifth member of Xscape. So at this point, while she's going off about why she don't show favoritism, she says, I am the fifth member. When I put that mic in your hands when you were little girls, I am the fifth member. When your dad walked out on me, he didn't care if we sink or swam. I was like, whoa.
Well, where did he come from?
What are you talking about?
So then that's her issue.
Yep. And I remember I said that. I was like, boys in the
Where's the daddy? Where's the father?
Where's this coming from?
Mm-hmm.
She said she looks like her dad and she's daddy's girl. So that irritates her mom. Her mom says she the glue that keep.
And see, this is what's crazy to me, and I never understand it. It's so many children, not little girls, but children, boys and girls, who would love to have a relationship with their father. And it seems like the ones that do got a crazy mama somewhere trying to
Mess it up.
make it about her.
And that your relationship with your husband or whatever he was
It's not the same.
is not. So Mama says she is the glue that keep Tamika and Tasha together. I was like, well, that glue clearly is not working because they ain't speaking, right? Oh, okay. I don't know what kind of glue that was. Tamika says, I am not always wrong. And Mama wanted her to know Tasha is crushed that you was talking about her husband. She said, well, he inserted himself in my business.
And I'm not apologizing for Rocky's dumb ass. Like, I can get into like trying to mend things with my sister. Don't give a shit about Rocky.
Well, she went straight into, well, if you could sleep at night. She said, if I could sleep at night. He took money from me and my family, and you asking me if I could sleep at night? She was like, Mom, as hard as you go for them, I wish you would go that hard for me.
I feel like she was trying very hard not to bring any of that stuff up. She was just trying to say it in a way that wasn't going to be that.
Her mama didn't even come in and take a bite out of that food. She came straight in on some regular, ready to argue. You know what I'm saying? She didn't do no pleasantries. It was like she sat there and told Tasha, I'm finna go over here and straighten her out.
I feel like she should stay off. No more cameras over your mama's house.
Yeah.
Because she's not making herself or Tasha look good.
So Tamika apologized to her mom for disrespecting her. But then she let her know, if you can't respect me as an adult and my feelings, I'm going to have to step back.
I wonder, though, how long do people as parents, like, I can't tell my kids what to do. I can only just offer a suggestion. You know what I'm saying? So if they're not living in my house, I cannot tell them what to do. And I can't talk to them crazy. If I'm talking to them crazy, then they
wrong. She is almost 50. She got a husband. She got grandkids. You know? Child. So when she said she was gonna have to cut her off, her mama wanted to know what that mean. I said, oh, she's scared that money about to get cut off. She wanted to clarify what you mean by cut off.
She probably just said, you could just keep them royalty check.
Right.
Since they come into your house anyway.
So Mom, at that point, because she's scared Tamika finna cut this money off, she then wanted to say, Tamika, I'm your mom. And I love you.
Was that weird or what? She flipped a switch.
Because she said she was about to cut that ass off. Okay.
How come you didn't come in like that? How come you didn't start there?
Because she was in there already on the phone with Tasha before she got there, talking about she was finna check this chick when she got up in here. So she told her she's been less of a mom. If she feel like that I've been a less of a mom to you than I were to Tasha, then I'm sorry. Then
not only that, like if Tamika's not messing with her mom, her kids ain't either. So you know that means the grandkids ain't coming around because they was on the channel, on her channel, looking like.
Yeah. So right after she said that, then she snatched her face and said, look at me. And I said, now, if we was watching a man do this to his wife, everybody would say this woman was in an emotionally abusive relationship. This
and
child
Tamika had this look on her face like, I've heard this so many times, like she's acting for the cameras and I'm just gonna let her have it because anything I say is gonna be considered disrespect. So let me just keep my mouth shut.
She tried. But baby, when them producers cued that music for tonight, at that moment, I said, they did that. It got real. It was deep. Then it was like, ooh.
It's true though. It was deep.
I was like, oh, they did that. So we got Taj. She over at Candy House. She visiting Candy.
Everybody loves Taj.
Yeah, because I watched Taj talk about this for a minute, and it's just her personality is so sweet.
Yeah.
But I think we said that even when we watched the little show she had with her and her husband, you like.
I also think Taj is coming with genuine, not biased.
No.
You know what I'm saying? I think she genuinely feels like y'all are sisters. Y'all should probably just figure this out. It's way deeper than the group and all of that.
So she over here visiting Candy, and she talk about, SWV's trip to Africa. They went to the safari, and then how she ran into Tasha in Nashville. And Tasha said she was there meeting with Motown because she wants to do gospel. And Candy was like, this is a repeat of history. When they was young, she did the same thing. She started being mean to them. All of a sudden, this ego came out of nowhere.
I think the difference is they don't care. Like, you're keeping a secret that's unnecessary. Nobody gives a shit that you're going to do a record deal with the gospel album.
But, it's just like, here she go again. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to.
Yeah, but this time around, it just doesn't make sense. Yeah. Like, back then, she was young. She was competitive. I get it. This time around, nobody cares. Go do it. I don't know why it's a secret.
Because she's still stuck in back then.
Well,
everybody else has evolved to where we are.
Where they are now.
Still talking
Look,
about
we didn't want it back then, and we still don't want it, Tasha. It's just not. We don't want it.
And she said, she didn't want to tell the group because she wanted to use it as a safety net. Well, maybe that's what she's doing too. She's still doing that.
Using them as a safety net?
Yeah. And Taj said...
Then she's running things, though, but she's not.
She's not. Taj said Coco did the same thing, and we seen that. And you know what? That didn't work out for Coco either, though.
It didn't work for Coco, but the difference is with no Coco, there is no SWV.
It's not, but the nastiness, when you're nasty to people, because Coco could have did the same thing. Coco was nasty just like that. And when you nasty to people like that, it backfires.
It backfires.
Especially to someone as sweet as Taj and Lily. You don't get
SWV, there's only 3 of them. So honestly,
it's how you do it. It's how you do it. You don't get blessed being evil to people. And she's the so-called, this one over here is so-called, well, actually both of them, Coco and Taj, y'all the so-called,
y'all the religious Christians. But I'm saying with SWV, there's only 3 of them. So if Coco, has did what she did before, she fumble in the bag for everyone. Tasha thinks that she has the same power, but she does not, because the other 3, there's still 3 of them, so they don't need her.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you do it the right way.
But she's not. That's not who she is. She's not.
But I said either one of them. Either one of them. If you do it the right way, you probably would have been successful. It's the way that you do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't get blessed for being nasty to people.
I feel like Coco definitely could have had a successful gospel career if she had not. But she got problems. She already said with the bipolar disorder and or depression, all of that. I just don't see it for Tasha. She ain't Coco, that's for damn sure. She got a good voice, I suppose.
But like I said, God don't bless no mess. Either one of them. And that's why
it makes it to me worse that you coming across as I want to be a gospel person. I feel like in the real world, like it would almost be better if you weren't trying to do gospel, because folks out here like a nasty attitude. So somebody would like it.
Both of them.
Y'all took that nasty attitude and then tried to be gracious with God.
It don't work like that. So Tosh was like, we love to have her here, but the vision don't stop if she's not there. So let's keep it moving. So she invited Xscape to her rehearsal next week that they're having SWV, so they can figure out what they're gonna do. Is y'all gonna roll with this or not? So then we see Lily, she's out with her son for lunch. And so she has a daughter and she has a son. She said her kids is not her friends, okay? She said they be trying that, call her by her real name. She was like, you used the name that you met me by. Mom, mommy, that's what you call me.
Now, my kids don't be calling me Rhonda. We don't do that.
This one over here be trying bro. Where's this bro stuff
Bro.
from?
I get called bro.
Where do y'all come up with this?
I get called bro. And one day I was talking to Kylie and she was all amped and she was like, my nigga, my nigga. I was like, don't call me no more my niggas.
No,
I don't.
we can't do that. We can't do that. So her son is a rapper. What show was he on? Because we seen her.
He was over there on Growing Up Hip Hop with Bow Wow and them.
Okay, because I'm like, we seen her trying to get him put on.
Yeah.
Okay. But she said he over here trying to rely on her resources to push his music, but he's gonna have to rely on himself just like she did. She on her grind. She trying to get her grind on. She's doing radical audio books under her alter ego, Sister Hot Punani, but other word. Okay, Sister Hot Punani.
She said pussy, and I'm gonna say pussy because
can you say that on here?
I'm gonna say it.
That's why I've been saying Punani.
I'm gonna just say pussy. We gotta what do you call it? We gotta normalize saying pussy.
Okay. Well, I guess. I like Punani. She wants to set herself up basically for life after SWV. I mean, because after so long, I know the Temptations are still torn. And Smokey, child, did you see Smokey out there trying to do the little
First of all, can we be clear that there's not a Temptation touring? We got some
It
other
is.
guys.
Otis.
He's still there?
Yes.
Well, he can't be replacing everyone. I just can't.
Well, everybody else is gone. Everybody else.
Right. So then just tour Otis, and the other niggas, not
he got the whole group out there.
I saw Smokey Robinson. I don't know what's happening. And he's like, I don't know. He's got the Madonna face.
He was getting sassy with it.
I don't want it.
So that's why she's setting herself up, because she don't want to be going downtown at 70. You know what I'm saying?
Nobody wants to. We don't want that either.
And she talks about how she kept a lot of stuff away from her kids. Like when SWV separated in 98, she was basically living out of her car, and she would ride around New York all night. And then about 5:30 in the morning, she would sleep at Yankee Stadium parking lot, to avoid being attacked.
Where were her kids? They were.
I was wondering that.
I guess they were grown. I don't want to do. If they're grown, I'm gonna stay at your house. I'm not.
Because she had them at 15. Well, at least one of them at 15. I don't know. Maybe, some people ego, they don't want people to know that they suffer. You know what I'm saying?
Well, she said in 1998, that's when it was?
Yeah. She said that's when they separated.
Then, her son was only like 14. He was a teenager. So then where was he at?
I don't know, because mom was gone by that time, right?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know. I was wondering the same thing. Where was her kids at? Because she said she kept this from them. But she ended up going to school. She got her GED. She got an office job. And then she got her life put back together. And she tells her son, you can't skip the process. Even if the process hurt, you got to go through it. I like Lily. Lily is genuine. She's very genuine. So she's sweet. We got Tasha at the studio. She over there playing the song. I mean, the song sound decent, but the thing is, she just has this bad taste in my mouth. It's hard for me to enjoy anything that she do at this point,
Tasha?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Her husband come in acting like Ike Turner, and I was like, yeah, we know. We know.
Calling her anime.
Yeah.
That's not funny.
Yeah. Well, that's how we feel about you. So she said Candy texted her and asked her to come to, meet with them at this SWV rehearsal to discuss the show. And he said, are you going? And she was like, I don't know. Can I, Mr.? Can I go? And then
And he's calling her anime the whole time.
Yeah. And then he's like, do your sister want you to come back? Well, obviously she don't, because she's accusing me of something. So in other words, no, Celie, you can't go because your sister is talking shit about me taking her money. You know what I'm saying?
But you did.
That part. You just can't talk about it. So he says, have you talked to Xscape about what you're doing? And she says she has not. I was like, you know that. Quit trying to put her out here like you don't know.
Like y'all are not together 24/7. Speaking of which, did you hear Lana Pippen say she has sex 4 times a night for 23 years?
Girl, how? How?
Like, why are
you know what?
that?
Now, you know what? I'm gonna debunk that. Let's get on that real quick. We gotta take a pause real quick because I had this conversation with someone, and I'm like, I'm not gonna say Scotty was the best, but I feel like you're trying to make him look really bad because we all are like, why did you mess around with Mike's son?
Scotty was not there for 365 days a year.
So how, as a basketball player, every night?
4 times.
How?
Don't they gotta go to training camp? They can't.
Don't you? Was she doing the Christie and running around behind him at every how? All every night? So he go to sleep, wake up, and how many hours is in a night? How can your punani take that?
How you punani gonna take that?
Come on now. Don't do that. She doing that because we like, girl, you wrong for what you doing. I don't care what you say. You know.
And then they flash to homeboy and he's just like,
you see what I'm saying? Don't do that. Don't do that. I don't like her.
That's nasty, girl. You nasty.
Child. Okay, y'all.
We're not gonna act like Scotty got that kind of stamina too. Cut it out.
Come on. Child, please. What we talking about? He told her if she gonna go and grab that mic and remind them who the hell she is.
We know who you are, girl.
Child, okay.
You know, it's funny. I watched her video because I was like, let me see this thing. And I mean, she sounded all right. I couldn't get past her standing outside by the pool in a wedding gown with the band and the speaker plugged in.
Watched it.
And then I watched Tamika has one that she's singing Go Outside in the Rain or something. Actually, I like the Tamika one better. She had, who was it? Tamar's sister.
Trina.
Yeah, Trina.
That's
it was Trina and somebody else, and they were being very over dramatic. And Tamika had on too much eye makeup and too much everything. But the song was good. So
we're at Cocoa House. And we see her son Jalen. He's on his channel singing his new single, child. It didn't do him any justice, but I will say I did see him singing with his mama. You always
everybody said he can sing. I haven't. Besides, he has a
pretty voice. That right there, if you watch that, you'll be like, boy, what is you doing? But when you see him singing with his mom,
I've only heard good things about his voice.
Yeah, he has a pretty voice. I was like, oh, he sounds really good. So he tells her he don't want to go back to school because he want to sing. And she like, boy, I'm paying for it. You need to get your education because the entertainment world is fickle. They love you today, they hate you tomorrow. And he ain't trying to hear it. And she's like, well, you know, we got to call and tell grandma. So he was fine with that because he knew him and grandma.
Epic fail. I don't know why she thought that was gonna be a good idea.
Like, I got grandma.
Him and grandma is tighter than you and grandma.
Right.
Low key, grandma already know. He told her first.
So they tell her, and first thing she says, you ain't old enough to know what your thing is. Because he said this ain't his thing, dentistry ain't his thing. So then
well, he sure has the pretty teeth.
Yeah. She was like, tell her T. And then it backfired on her because he pulled out the crying and grandma can't resist that.
They discussed it. Grandma said, this is what you do. So you're gonna do it for a year. They plotted.
They already did it.
She practiced like how she was like gonna be surprised and everything.
Yep. She said the year off was a good plan. And she, Coco over there looking like that's some crap because you wasn't like that with me, but they never like that with the grandchild. So I feel like he should
Yes,
be
she
able to
was,
do
Coco.
both.
She let you do it, and when you bought a car, she supported you because she was
Yeah.
like, "Okay, maybe you can make some money for this."
Yeah.
And she took care of your son while you were on the road.
Come
So
on.
she 100% supported it.
So we're at SWV's rehearsal. They gotta decide what they're gonna do with this escape thing because the thing is they booked up. SWV stay booked. If y'all didn't know, they only got one day available. Okay, because they booked and busy. So Escape then showed up. They talk about doing SWV Escape collaboration just one night. Everybody put your hands in. Everybody put their hands in, except of course Tasha. And Coco look over there and she like, you ain't gonna put your hand in? She was like, Shorty 240, what you doing? And
why are you here?
She finally put her hand in. Child. So they got 1 month to get this together. Okay, they gotta do this show in 1 month. So Candy asked, how is it gonna go regarding the building? And the manager was there and he was like, it needs to be co-headline. And Candy was like, I mean, I hear what you're saying, but our group feel like we need to have top billing on our.
You don't have a group, Candy. The group is no longer a group.
And Tosh was like,
Y'all is over there with B2K. Ain't no B2K. Ain't no Xscape neither.
So she was like, oh, your tour. And she was like, on any tour that we on. And Coco was like, I'll pass. Like, I ain't got to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I'm right there with her because it seems stupid. It's just so easy. We're going to share billing.
We're going to share.
It's not even a tour. It's for one night.
It's 1 night. And that's what she was saying. This show should be a co-headline. And Candy was there. She was like, okay. And Coco was like, girl, we just sold 30 million records to day 7. She better gone. Like, okay.
And then her and Tiny were talking about their followers. It's easy to follow somebody from your daggone phone, but are they the same people that's getting up and buying tickets?
Probably not. And here's the thing. She was saying, Tosh was saying in the 90s, first of all, Escape ain't never had line. So, their reality fame is the reason now why that's
not the same thing.
But she's saying now, because back then y'all wasn't doing that. Now, just because y'all got your reality fame, that's the only reason why you're able to headline right now, because y'all never headlined in the past. Okay. Candy,
and who are they headlining? Like, who are they touring with?
I don't know. Then Candy was
BBD?
talking
about what's the boy's name?
Oh, the
Jodeci?
I don't think they could go over Jodeci and Jodeci high.
I'm just saying, who are they touring with? That makes it feel like.
Well, I sent you some, and it's been recent, and they wasn't headlining on that.
It said H-Town though.
It said H-Town was over them. Uncle Charlie was over them. So evidently, everyone
they know they not finna headline over Uncle Charlie.
Child. So I guess she agreed to co-headline, but then she want they name bigger than SWV. Lily was like, I'm going to the bathroom.
I mean, come to the bathroom with me, girl, because we all leaving.
Yeah. So, I mean, and I've seen that, I didn't watch it. I heard Candy try to explain, her reasoning for that.
But I didn't watch it either because there isn't one. Just don't do it. Like, if it's going to be all that, it's starting to be more work than it's work.
Show.
They already booked for the whole rest of the time. They got one day.
They busy. They do. It sounds like that. I mean, first of all, y'all ain't got shit together this whole show. Every time they meet, y'all on some bullshit. And then now we finally get together and now y'all want to come with some BS with us. Like, come on, that's not how that works. It's one show, it's not a tour. And y'all not even talking about
We don't even need you. We
SWV.
just went to Africa and did a 6-figure.
Y'all ain't talking about SWV perform and then because it's
It's
not
one
like
big
that.
thing they want, like turkey.
Then y'all say y'all was gonna mix and co-mingle and
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
so what are you talking about? That didn't make no sense. And yeah, like she said, do it for the culture. It can't always be about the money. I'm sorry.
They most definitely should do it for the culture, but never mind if y'all ain't going.
Girl.
And don't bring Tasha. We don't want her. Sorry.
Okay. We'll leave that one alone. So I guess next week we find out what they decide. I don't know if they did it or not, child, but it don't sound like it. But y'all ruined that. Oh,
where
just
was gonna be at in Atlanta? It would have to be in Atlanta. That's where everybody at.
Just messy. So that's how that one went. That was episode 3. It's only gonna be 6, but you know that's the sis is good. Sis is good. All right, y'all. Y'all go ahead. Smash that thumbs up button, like and subscribe to this channel, and we will see you on the next one.
Bye.